One night, this woman is in her bed when suddenly, kaboom, part of her house explodes and the whole thing goes up in flames. But despite how loud the explosion was, she's still asleep as the fire creeps closer and closer to her. Now her name's Lula, and unfortunately, things haven't been going very well for Lula. Because one day, bam, she finds out she has breast cancer. But luckily, Lula has a best friend, this woman, who we'll call Snake. And Lula and Snake have been friends for over 20 years. So naturally, Snake is like, don't worry, bestie, we're gonna beat this cancer together. And Snake is also Lula's neighbor, so she starts helping her a lot. She drives her to her chemo appointments, and buys groceries for her, and helps her around the house. But still, things aren't looking good for Lula, because doctors find more cancer than they initially thought. And she, unfortunately, has to get a mastectomy. But Snake, she's still there for her friend the whole time. She's cooking, she's cleaning, she's caring for her, and this goes on for years. But at some point, I guess Snake is like, well, Lula isn't gonna be alive long anyway, might as well make some money from all this. So Snake goes and she starts taking life insurance policies out in Lula's name. But she makes herself the beneficiary. Life insurance policies worth over $700,000. And because they're worth such a large amount, they require Lula to go and get a physical to make sure she's in good health. But obviously Lula isn't in good health. So Snake poses as Lula and she gets a physical done. And poor Lula has no idea Snake is doing any of this. And it seems like it's just a matter of time before she passes away and Snake is able to finally cash in. Until... At this point, Snake's been taking care of Lula for about 6 years. And one day, suddenly, Lula gets great news. Her cancer's going into remission. She's not actually gonna die from this. And everyone is happy, except for Snake. Cause now the life insurance policies she took out are kinda pointless. So Snake comes up with a new plan. She's like, fine, I'll unalive her myself. And she just happens to know a guy who can help her out. A family friend. This guy. Wayne. So Snake goes to Wayne and she's like, I'll pay you $5,000 if you burn down Lula's house with her inside and you make it look like an accident. And Wayne's like, alright, sweet. So Wayne goes and he gets a propane tank and he goes to Lula's house and he tells her, hey, Snake wants you to hang on to this propane tank for a while. It's a gift for one of her daughters. We're just gonna store it here if that's cool. Then